Look, this is a creepy angle. Ooh. Ah. Okay. I'll just adjust that back. Oh, let me adjust some lights here. I'm in the sunroom, which is my new living room, as I have been crazy busy this week. I know I didn't post a video this week. I'm sorry. I was busy. I spent all kinds of time setting up my basement art studio, and now I'm going to renovate my basement to be a rental. So, yeah, now I got to move everything upstairs. Hi, Crystal. Yeah, so I've been hauling furniture upstairs this week and busting my butt trying to get everything set up. So I've moved my living room into the sunroom. I've got a dedicated filming area out there, and it's a mess. I'm not showing it to you, but basically, I am turning my upstairs into my studio so my downstairs can become a rental. Are we excited? That was my phone. Just going to answer a message quick. So, I happen to be in Pembroke today, which is like an hour away, and that's like, going to the city for me, even though it's not a very big city. And of course, I had to go to Michael's. I didn't get much. Yes, it's going to be very interesting having everything upstairs. I don't know how I feel about it, but there we go. So we can have a look at what I got from Michael's. So these were the latest thing from Karen, is these Ogo yarn thingies. I haven't tried them, but they were like $12, and I was like, forget that. Well, they had these ones on clearance, so I picked up a couple. They are just regular worsted weights, but they are 502 yards, so they are a good length of yarn. And I've been curious about trying them because they're supposed to be tangle free. So I got one in this pink. I don't know if it has a color name. Oh, Fireberry pink. And then I got this. The lighting in here really sucks. I'll have to fix this. This is Frostberry. It's like a purpley blue color. So I'm going to try working with those. I signed up to do what's called Geek Fest this spring, and it's the May long weekend, I want to say. Anyways, it's like a nerd fest. I'm actually drinking tea. I'm trying to cut back on my coffee. What? I know it's crazy, but I am trying to cut back on my coffee. So I have tea in my cup today. So for the Geek Fest, I thought it would be fun to make some tatted collars with little charms on them. So with that in mind, I picked up some little charms, but because it is a geek fest, for all things nerdy, I thought I would go steampunk, and I got these little charms, which are really cute. And then I got these ones. Yes, that's a little unicorn skeleton right at the top there. Its side is missing so you can see its ribs. Yeah, Crystal, I sorta tat. Sorta. It's going to take a lot of concentration, but I want to get into it more, so this will be my reason to do it. But I like these with a little goat skull and a little raven and a little skeletal hand. I just thought they would be fun. And then I got just these little like skeleton key type dealios because they're really cute. And then I just got some bronze findings to hold the necklaces to put the necklaces together. Yeah, exactly. I know how. I just don't practice. So I'm hoping to get a little better at it by actually doing it. I enjoy it. It just does take a lot of focus for me still to tat. So I'm going to get into that. I went shopping in the clearance and I found this little charm, and it's like so pretty. So I picked that up to use as a stitch marker, or who knows. It was just pretty and I wanted it, and it was only $3. And it's made with a Swarovski crystal. So how could I say no, right? It's just so pretty. You can't see, well, you can actually see a fair bit of the glitter in there. It's got like a crystal right in the middle, and it's so pretty. So I picked up one of those. I was trying to be a good girl. I say trying. So while I was browsing the discount racks, I found these. These are a little, they're like a silicone. Yeah, shiny is always a reason to buy it. My husband always said, if you're buying a present for a woman, it either needs to be shiny or expensive. And you get bonus points if it's both. I trained him well. So I got these little flowers because they are absolutely adorable. And the colors are just gorgeous. Now, because they're like a silicone rubber type thing, like they'll bend, but they won't break. I thought these would be amazing to spin into a yarn. So I am going to try spinning these into a yarn. I don't know why. I just saw them and I thought, that's what I want to do. I want to spin these into a yarn. I may be out of my mind, but you know me, I just got to try it. It may not work. It may work. I'm thinking making a nice bulky single to spin these into, and then plying it with like a silk thread or something so I can very much control where it's going. Yeah, they are washable. So I think that the end result could be really cool. They are fairly large. Like usually I work with smaller beads, so these are going to really sit on the surface. But if you look at even how the beads, the little beads sit between the flowers, that's kind of how it's going to look on the yarn in a way. It's going to have that bulk between each flower. So I'm really curious as to how they'll look in a spun yarn. Just because this is me and I'm weird and this is what I like to do. Just try all the things. I get an idea. Yeah, just call me Dr. Chaos. So that's going to be an upcoming project. If you're interested, I can do videos on my crappy tatting skills as I attempt to make collars with these. I just love these little bugs. They're so cute. I mean, they're very steampunk. They're all made of like gears and stuff, but they're like super adorable. Like, look how cute those are. And I really want to make a tatted lace collar for them because I think they would look really cute, like just with the little bug hanging there. I don't know. Just, again, I had an idea. I thought, what the heck? And one other thing I picked up for a video, I got some black food coloring, some black Wilton's food coloring. And we're going to break this because apparently it makes like purples and greens and stuff. Like it's apparently really amazing when you break the black. So we are going to do a video with the black. I've seen those bugs. I haven't seen the keys though. They were in the same section of my Michaels. So they were in the, what do they call them? There's a fancy name for these. Found objects, I think it's called. Yeah, there it is. Found objects. So that's the line. Actually, I should open these up because there's a ton of little keys in there. Now, these were, I think, $7 a pack. So they were a fair price. Latte's trying to fall off the cat tower because, you know, he's my cat and he's coordinated like me. So let's have a look here. Oh, those are pretty little keys. Look at these ones. That's very pretty. And then there's... Hi, Chris. Yeah, welcome in. We're just going over what I got from Michael's and my plans on what I'm going to do with it all. I used a coupon for this stuff because I bought it full price. Usually, oh, my hands are a mess. I shouldn't be showing them on camera. Yeah, I usually wait for sales, but I saw these and I had to have them. But I did use my 30% off coupon because, you know, save while you can. This one is really cute with a little heart on it. And they're such a nice size. Like, they would work for many things. So those are the basic patterns. Oh, here's a little copper one. They're so cute, though. I had to get them. I don't know what it is about little fancy skeleton keys that's so appealing, but they're gorgeous. So that's what I'm going to do with these found objects is I'll do up some tatted necklaces. Get in there. And we'll do a video with the flowers, spinning some of those up. Yeah, so I didn't spend a huge amount. I normally spend a lot at Michael's, but I got out of there for $55.60. Usually I'm like $100 at Michael's. Easy. But I managed to contain myself today and just got these beautiful charms and some findings. All right. So that's that. Now, I wanted to have a go with this stuff. Wanted to try breaking black food coloring. Yeah, I'm going to give it a shot. They're out. Oh, no. Yeah, I'm excited to try the black, breaking the black. I don't know if I will get it done before next week to do a video, but that's my hope. It's really going to depend on how much of the housework I get done because my place is a complete mess right now because I decided I'm going to renovate my basement as a rental. Where I live, we get a lot of contract workers at the local nuclear facility. Yes, I live near a nuclear research place. And the contract workers are always looking for rooms to rent. So I'm going to renovate my basement and I'm going to use that income so I don't have to go back to work. But that means that all my craft stuff has to come upstairs. I'm like a fish. I grow to fit my environment. So I have grown to fit my 1,100 square foot house and basement. So it's going to be, it's going to be interesting. So let's give this Ogo stuff a try. I am super curious if it's going to work. He got to play with the Suffolk lamb today. Nice. That must have been fun. I have a picture of me. I did the local schoolhouse museum. It's our local historical society runs it. And the one summer I was there, I'm just looking for my scissors. I was there for like the summer museum day thing. And I took my spinning wheel, and there was a lady that brought one of her kids was raising a sheep for 4-H. So it was like on a halter, very tame and used to people. And she ended up leaving it with me for a while. So I literally had my roving sitting on the back of the sheep while I was spinning. So it looked like I was spinning right off the sheep. It's an awesome picture. It's hilarious. Yeah, Chris, I've seen lots of people using this stuff, and I hear ranting and raving about it. So I got it on sale because I wasn't paying, what's it, $13? I've forgotten now. So the regular price, yeah, 14 bucks. So I paid $6 for it because it was on clearance. I wasn't about to buy it full price without trying it and seeing what I think. I mean, touch wise, this is Karen's Big Donut. So the acrylic is not horrible. I don't mind it. Now there's a little plastic tie. Let's see if I can get that up to the camera here. So there is just a little plastic tie right in here that we're supposed to cut and then start pulling. And apparently it won't tangle. Now they also say if you have one that's multicolor, you can actually separate each color, snip it, and you can have like little balls of the different colors. But all they had was the solids on sale, and I wasn't paying full price for it. I can be so cheap. Not when it comes to wool, but when it comes to acrylic, I'm like, if it's not on sale, I don't want it. Yeah, that's me. All right. Now this is pulling from the outside. It's supposed to pull on the tie, but honestly, the tie is gone. I don't know where it went. Yeah, so far, ease of use, I'm going to say maybe not. I'm just looking for an end here so we can get started without yarn burst. Oh, hold on. I found the tie. There it is. It's in the middle. Now, apparently, you grab hold of that plastic piece and pull. And yeah, that just came out. But now it's flexible. I don't know, guys. Because this one is definitely, this end definitely pulls from the outside. All right, well, let's set it to the side. I'll grab a crochet hook. And we'll give this a go. I think I just got a G. Yeah, I have a G hook or 4mm. Just happened to be what I had nearby. I did see a pattern though for a dog sweater. Hey, ass butt. That's my phone again. It does say hey ass butt. It's Castiel. Here we go. The Ogo dog sweater. So chain 11. Okay, so we're just doing some ribbing for 30. What size am I making? I'm making medium. So ribbing for 30 rows. Okay. So yeah, I'm excited to use that Wilton's Dot food coloring because it's supposed to make some amazing colors when it breaks. Okay, see you later, Crystal. Have a good one. I'm going to do a foundation single crochet. If you haven't learned it yet, I recommend learning foundation stitches. Good Lord, I look fat. Oh, no, wait, I am chubby right now. Coming up on the end of winter, I got my winter chub on, but you know. If you don't know foundation stitches, I recommend you get to learn those. They do save you a ton of time, and they can be quite fun. And it does make a much stretchier cast on for crochet. You're basically working linked single, double, triple crochets, however they work. Yes, there are so many soft acrylics now. It's crazy. Some of them are really, really nice. And I am very fussy about my acrylics. Like I cannot, if I try to use Super Saver, like bless you if you can use it, but it literally burns my skin. Like when I'm working with it, my hands are so sensitive that it doesn't go well. 6, 8, 10, 11, 12, one more. So yeah, I am very picky. Red Heart Soft is a really nice one too. I was looking today, they had chenille yarn, the loops and threads, so the Michaels brand, and they had it in spring colors. Oh, it was so beautiful and soft. I almost bought a bunch, but I was like, nope, it's not on sale. I'm not buying it. Unless I have a project in mind, stash yarns, I will only buy on sale. Just the way I rule my life. Yeah, I think this is supposed to pull from the inside, but it is not pulling from the inside. It is definitely pulling from the outside. But this one is a fairly nice yarn. It's a little better than like a cheap acrylic. I wouldn't call it like super soft, but it's not bad at all. It almost feels cottony. I don't even know. I don't think I looked to see what it was in it. I just assumed it was 100% acrylic. I'm just trying to find fiber content. Yes, 100% acrylic. Now, my uncle and aunt have 2 older doggies, little doggies, that are starting to find the winters a little tougher. So I thought I'd make up a couple of sweaters. They have a boy and a girl, so I can make a blue and a pink. Not that I really care who wears what. It just so happened these were the colors that were on sale. So I haven't gotten any spinning done. I haven't gotten any fiber washing done or dyeing or anything because I've been so intent on moving everything upstairs and getting my upstairs set up so that construction can begin on my basement. And I haven't had any real time to play with my fibery stuff. But I did find time to order some fleeces, of course. I got some Clun Forest on the way, and that's one I've never worked with before. So that's going to be a fun one to work with. It's another Canadian farmer. I believe she's in Saskatchewan. So I got a couple of Clun Forest coming, and then there's a few crosses. She did have one really nice black fleece, but it does have a break in it. So, I mean, price was commensurate with the condition of the fleece, and she's very honest about it. So I decided that I would order the black fleece with the break in it, and we're going to experiment with what to do if your fleece has a break, and we'll see what we can do. I love clearance prices. Picked up a bunch of Hobby Lobby roving type acrylic for $3 each. Yes, I did get some roving type yarn to spin an acrylic, and it's great. But again, with my skin being as sensitive as it is, I know I sound like a freaking princess, but like this is how my hand is looking this week. So it's a reality. It hurts. I can spin for short periods of time with an acrylic, but doing any real amount, it's like the acrylic just it's not even a matter of sucks the moisture out of my hands, but something about the acrylic is just really, really hard on my hands. So it's not that I'm opposed to spinning acrylic. I'm all for it because it spins beautifully and it makes really nice yarn. I just can't do it myself. Like I have a really hard time with acrylics. I don't know. Maybe if I played around and found a different kind of acrylic, it wouldn't bother my hands as much because I only tried it once because it hurt so bad. Plied it with alpaca. That's a brilliant idea. Because alpaca has like, it's soft and fluffy, but it's so heavy when it's spun by itself. And it has like zero memory. But it's so nice to like mix with other yarns, whether you're applying singles or, mixing a blend with hand cards, just you have to cut it with something because by itself it is so freaking heavy. I made a 3-ply straight alpaca yarn once. I will never do that again. It was so heavy. I couldn't believe how heavy it was. It was crazy. Generally, I like to take alpaca and core spin it so that you get all that fluff and warmth and softness with not much weight because you're core spinning it. So I like to really loosely core spin it and then just ply it back on itself. Latte. I'm sorry, I just heard Latte crying in the corner. I don't know what his problem is. Maybe he's mad because I closed up the catio and it's still daylight. But it is like 5:30 at night, so normally it's closed up at 4 o'clock, so he should be happy he got the extra time. There he is. Tay-Tay. Come here, baby. What's the matter? No, he's not talking to me. He's mad. But yes, if you're looking for fiber to spin, absolutely hunt the clearance sections for yarn and look for those big fat rovings that maybe have like a thread plied around them. You can just cut that thread off, take the roving, floof it up, and spin it. And it's great fun. So this is knitting up pretty knitting. Did I just do that? This is crocheting up pretty nice. It's quite firm. I probably would go up a hook size to make a looser one if it wasn't for a puppy dog sweater. And it is feeding off the end quite smoothly. But I'm assuming, oh no, it doesn't either. I was assuming it would just continue all the way down and come back, but it looks like it doesn't. It's literally staying right in this section here. So that's interesting. Try core spinning with alpaca. Our Amish friends always give me blade. Oh, they give you bags of alpaca. Nice. Yeah, try core spinning it. It makes it lovely. Use a really fine thread as your core, like something with a little grip, obviously. And then just either make 2 singles or do like an Indian plying bracelet or whatever. Ply it back on itself. And when your core spinning, like because it tends to wrap tight to the core, when you ply it, that loosens up and you get like floof, like crazy floof. And it makes it like warm and soft and light. Very light. Excuse me. Oops. I forgot to do in the back loop only. We're ribbing here. Hello. All my devices are going off here. I've got both tablets and my cell phone out here. I was playing a game that I only have on the one tablet, so I had to bring it out here because I was on a time crunch. Yeah, so I've been out of the house most of the day, so I've lost a day on organizing, but oh well. I will get it done when I get it done. I really need to do some fiber arts. So tomorrow I will probably finish getting some stuff sorted and put away. Saturday, I have plans, so that day is a write-off. Sunday. Yeah, I think Sunday I'm going to take my Wilton's food coloring in black, and we will try breaking that because I'm really excited to try that. I want to see how it goes. Yes, my heater bag did work for the wool. I've treated everything, and I got in a bug lamp in case it missed anything. But basically, after I treated the wool, I then put it into plastic bags to see what would happen. And I took a chunk of the alpaca that started the contamination. It was heat treated, put it in a plastic bag, put it off by itself to see what would happen because I could actually see the moths in that alpaca all dead, and they never grew again. So definitely the heat treatment works for wool moths 100%. So my little bed bug cabinet thingy that I bought was well worth the investment. I was very happy. It worked amazing. I keep meaning to do a follow-up video on it, and I just get distracted by other things. But yeah, it worked well, very, very well. It was amazing. And I'm so happy because I have so much I didn't want to lose. Yeah, so and now all my fleeces are stored in plastic bags, in separate containers. They're in cold storage right now. But yeah, I definitely keep them parceled up quite well because that was a bit of a nightmare. I was a little bit sick when I saw all those wool moths fly around. I was like, no. Yes, to treat it if it's really cold, set it outside in the cold for a week, then bring it back in for a week and let it warm up completely because the eggs can survive the cold. So you want them to then, any eggs that are left in that warming up process will hatch, and then stick it back outside again for a few days. And then those will be killed and you're good to go. The nice thing about the heat tent is, especially in Canadian winters, is I can use it to heat my house. Because it does put out a fair bit of heat, obviously. Most of it is contained within the little tent bag, but yeah, it can help heat the house too. Yeah, this is I'm actually this is not bad. I'm not sure that it's worth, well, it is 500 yards. What did I say it was? 502 yards? Yeah, so it is 502 yards of acrylic in this. So I guess at $12 is not that bad, but I don't pay full price if I can avoid it. So definitely, if it's on sale, I would say give it a try because, like, as I'm watching this unwind, it's definitely not going to tangle. And since it's not going all the way down your little U shape here, it's like staying in little chunks. So I imagine if it's variegated, each little chunk would be a different color, and you could just separate off chunks and keep going. But yeah, it does feed off really smoothly. So I will recommend, if you can get it on sale, give it a go. It's a nice acrylic. I mean, it's not a top of the line acrylic, but it's not Super Saver. That's my standard. You have, at the top, and you have like a Red Heart Soft, which is really nice, or the Bernay. There's a Bernay one that I really like too, and I can't remember what it is, but that's like the top of the scale, and then like Super Savers at the very bottom. So this would be like right in the middle of the acrylics without getting into like your blankets or your Chanel's or your, the really fuzzy, fluffy ones. So it is decent, and I would probably buy this again on sale, especially if they had some colors I liked. These I just bought. They only had these 2 colors on sale, so I got one of each. And yeah, they're pretty cool. Oh, and they do have the little scan thing on the back to get to the free patterns. So it takes you to the Yarnspirations website, and it shows you all the patterns for this yarn, which is where I got my dog sweater pattern from. So I'm going to make one with the blue and one with the pink for my uncle's puppies. I thought it would be a good way to try this out. Yeah, it's not bad for an acrylic. Now, apparently, they're making different yarns now in these in the Ogo dispensing. I don't know what you'd call that style of skein. Let's just have a quick look here. Where's Mr. Google? Mr. Google knows all. Oh, I'm being stared at by a latte. I was sitting here going, I feel someone looking at me. It's just latte. He's lying up on my table staring at me. I was having breakfast with friends this morning, and we got on the topic of what was the number one song on the day you were born. And mine was I Think I Love You by the Partridge Family. I thought that was hilarious. Let's see, Ogo yarn. Yeah, so you can get like a Bernay blanket Ogo. So basically, they're just using that style of scanning with different yarns too. Let's have a look. Yeah, so they have the Bernay blanket and then the Karen big donut. Oops. Oh, it looks like Super Saver will go yarn in Canada. What? Yep. The Super Saver is getting into the Ogos. So be careful if you go to buy an Ogo, because you may end up with the Super Saver. We just discussed how much we love Super Savers. So I'm just going to give you a look here. Those are the Super Saver ones. Now, the way you can tell is to look in this corner here, if you can't tell by feel, but they do identify what it is right here. So that would say like Bernay blanket yarn or Red Heart Super Saver. So just check your little thing there. Can't believe they're making Super Saver in the Ogos. I'm wondering if they're going to switch everything eventually to the Ogo. Oh, you can get Karen Colorama in the Ogo too. That's not one I've ever worked with. I wonder if it's a chunky striping yarn. Well, look at that. You can get different yarns in the Ogo. Yeah, Karen has some really good yarns. I also like Bernay. Bernay has some amazing ones. And the loops and thread, Michael's brand, it's a bulky weight. I'm trying to remember what it's called, but it was impeccable. Impeccable? I think it's Impeccable. I used, and it was absolutely amazing. It was great for an acrylic yarn. They do seem to take up a lot more room than other skeins, but like this one, this is the part I can't get over. Like this is 502 yards. Like your average skein size is only about 300. So the size kind of makes sense. From Derbyshire. 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 I give up on trying to say it. I'm going to stick with the Canadianized version of Shire. Yeah, so we were talking Ogos. Sorry, I shouldn't be so terribly amused by my inability to pronounce anything, but that's me. So yeah, if you think about the Ogos, like this one as being 502, where normally you would have like a 300-yard skein, it's actually not that much bigger because you can like wrap them up like a little snail and it just pulls off the end. So, I mean, if this is going to be the new normal, I mean, the other thing you can do too is let's try their recommendation. Yeah, there is a lot more yardage on it. I was very surprised by that as well. But they do say that you can take your Ogo and if it's multicolors. So let's pretend that our color break is right in here. They do claim that you can, oh, look at the sacrifice I'm making here. Oh, look at that. And then you can just clip it off. So you could make it into several smaller ones, but let's find out what happens then when we go to start on the next one. Oh, look at that. Oh, okay, I'm suddenly very impressed. That did not tangle. Okay, let's try it again. I'm going to just have a big mess of yarn and I don't care. I have to try these things out. This is for science. All right, let's say we have another color split here. So if we pull it apart, that's wow. I'm actually really impressed. Okay, I suddenly really like the Ogo. All right, so we just wrap this end around here. So then we would just keep pulling from this end and no tangles. Jeez. Okay, I'm suddenly in love with the Ogos. Well, now that sucks because they're $14. Well, next time they're on sale, I might just have to pick up a few. But the advantage here then is, you know, if you're traveling, you can leave half of it at home and just take your little one in your bag and off you go, right? I've made a bit of a mess. I had to try it. So, all right, I'm not really hating on the Ogo. I thought I would. I really thought I would be like, meh. But I am actually pleasantly surprised. This is actually kind of cool. Hi, Joy. No, Shire, West Sussex. I can say that. I probably said that wrong too. Give me French. French I can do. No, that's not true. I'm no good at French either. I barely passed in school. Oh my goodness. So yeah, we were playing with the Ogos, the fancy new Ogos. And you know, I have to say, I'm not hating on them. I really thought I would. But I'm not. I mean, when you can pull it apart like that and still doesn't tangle, like I'm reluctantly impressed. And the fact that, you know, it is a higher yardage, like it is 500 yards. So that's decent. I guess if it's going to be an Ogo age, we might as well just adjust, right? Hmm. Yeah. I don't think I'm going to hate on it. I think I'll make a couple of doggy sweaters and we'll see how it goes. So for these of you who joined in late, I'll just show you a couple of things that I've got for doing some videos coming up. Hi, Crystal, you're back. Suffolk's a down breed. It's a fine wool to spin. I mean, granted, you don't want to make underwear out of it, but it would make like really good, tough wearing socks. Every sheep has a use. I refuse to believe that we can't find a use for every fleece there is. I refuse. I'm going to find one for every sheep there is. That's my life goal now. Oh no, Chris. Oh, yeah, the shipping these days is just ridiculous. It's so hard to ship. And there's nothing we can do about it. And with gas prices going through the roof, shipping's going to get even worse. That's so unfortunate. I'm so sad about that, Chris. Well, Crystal, tell her you want a Suffolk fleece, even if it isn't good to spin. You want to play with it. But then I'm the one who believes that, no fleece left behind. We can find a use for all of it. So these are the little flower beads I got. And they're like a silicone-y plastic, like a soft plastic, so they won't break. And I'm going to spin those into wool. I'm going to do it. Actually, I want to take them off and see how big the holes are in them. Here's the tricky part, is getting them off without having beads go flying everywhere. That's the problem with these strings of beads. Ask me how I know. I think we all know how I know. There we go. Okay. And they do have the little pretty crystal spacer beads. Those could be fun for something. I don't know what, but I'm sure they'd be fun for something. All right, let's have a look. So these have a fairly small hole through them for the fleece. So I will probably take some staple lengths and pre-thread these. I'm coming a Suffolk BFL mule fleece. Nice. Yeah, I would think Suffolk would be wonderful to spin. Yes, I save all the beads from the bead strings and I spin them into another project. I might even put them in with this, like little drops of dew between the flowers. Oh my gosh. Look at me getting all flowery and girly. I've been known to do that a time or two, get all flowery and girly. But yeah, I think what we're going to do with these, just looking at the size of that hole, we'll pull out our floss threaders and we will thread in a staple length. And then we will make a bulky single and then wrap it with like a silk thread, ply it with the silk thread and see how it looks. And then we'll go one further and try to use it. Because what's the point of pretty yarn if you can't use it? Yes, the spacer beads could definitely go into tatting. Oh, here comes Bobo. We didn't think we'd get away without a Bobo sighting, did you? Come here, Bobo. Oops. I don't want to. Oh, yeah. And then he runs away. Oh, well. He was right here, but he decided to run away. Yeah, so we're going to play with spinning those beads on. And I'm going to focus on my tatting. and try to make some goth necklaces. I really like this unicorn one. I got to show you guys this one because it is so cute. I wonder if I can get it up close to the camera on the white background. I don't know if this camera can show the details. Probably not. But you can see his bones and his skin's torn away, so his rib cage shows. It's really cool. Yeah, the sit and spin. I really want to get to a sit and spin. Just with my seasonal depression, I haven't had the brain power to focus on doing a sit and spin. But for sure, I want to get back into it. It's now March. The days are getting longer. So, I mean, when we're in January, the sun is going down about 4 o'clock and it doesn't come up until about 8 the next morning. And it's surprisingly draining. And I haven't really had the brain power to get into a sit and spin, but I have so many ideas. So I think there's a case in England that I just found out some new information about that I think I might do up. It's a really interesting person disappeared, person reappeared in an impossible place, and it's fascinating. Anyways, that's probably what I'll do for the next sit and spin. A Rambo Suffolk cross. Wow, that would be nice. I bet you that would have a lot of spring. I did order a couple of mule fleeces. I'm trying to remember. I'm going to go find out what it was I ordered because I know there's Clun Forest for sure. It's from Lochlamond Livestock, and they are in Saskatchewan. Hold on, I'm going to open up the invoice, then I'll be able to. Yes, so I have a BFL crossed with a Clun Forest, 2 purebred Clun Forest, a BFL unknown cross. So, yeah. And then one with a break. One's got a break in the fleece. But I couldn't say no to it because it's a really nice black fleece. So those are on their way. And I'm excited about those. And then hopefully, I can get back to my usual stuff. If I can at least get my house semi-sorted so I can, shoot some videos. If I just plan my days right, I could do like some shooting and do some cleaning, then go do some more shooting, and go do some more sorting, cleaning, storing, moving furniture, whatever I have to do. Rambouillet is I got to remember now. It's an American fine wool breed. It's merino crossed with, I cannot remember. But Rambouillet is quite nice. It is very crimpy, fine, lovely fleece. We just call them Rambo for short because it's fun. Just picture, a sheep out there in the field with 2 big machine guns, tied on the headband, and he's running. Oh! Yes, that is actually how it works in my head. Oh, I have a touch of the crazies. What can I say? Yeah, it's all the little abbreviations and different names. It's crazy. Rubber band type spring. I can imagine. Yeah. Like I have that one. And when I washed it, the skein went from like this to like this. Like just, it's crazy springy. The Rambouillet is nice. Oh, I'm glad that works that way in your head too, Crystal. I thought it was just me. When I was a teenager, we used to babysit my aunt's dog when she was away. Well, dog sit, I guess is the proper term for it. But I would always call her when she got back home. My brother had one of those little push the button and it makes noises. So it had like machine guns and grenade launchers and everything. And her dog's name was Rambo. So I used to call her with the little noisemaker and I'd be like, your dog's attacking our house. Be gunshots going off and hand grenades. Yes, I've always been this crazy. I can't help it. It's just the way I am. Bobo, you gonna come say hi? Come here, baby. He's looking at me like, nope, not coming over there. Nope, they don't get to see my beauty tonight. Only on his terms. Yeah, so I think Sunday I'm going to give this a go. We'll see what we get. Trying to break the Wilton's black. And I'll film it. And I'll edit it. And I'll post it. I'll get it done, I swear. And I'll also get my filming corner set up so that we can do lives with better lighting than this. Because as much as I love my sunroom, it's not great for photography. It's too backlit. I have my corner set up in the house, so I just got to put up the light, put up a proper light, and it'll be ready to go. I even have like my stuff hanging on the wall. It's like uber cool. I'm becoming hipster. I'm using like my nitty naughty and my plying head and everything are now art on my wall. And I'm okay with that. Anyways, I should go as it is supper time and I haven't yet eaten because I was in Pembroke all day with my mother. I was a nice daughter and we went out shopping. So that was my fun day. So those are my project plans for the next little bit. Hopefully I can get to them in between rearranging my entire house again. Yes, spin that Rambo top, Joy. And when you wet set it, be prepared for what will happen. Because in the process of making it into the roving, it has been stretched out. And as with all commercial roving, when it's stretched out, like all that spring is stretched out. So once you spin it, as soon as you wet set it, all that crimp reactivates and it just kind of goes like, and then you have like the most springy yarn. It's crazy. Like I spun one and when you're spinning, you're aiming for a certain thickness. So in the plying stage, I was making it at about roughly a worsted. Then I wet set it, and this came out like super bulky. It was like this, because when that crimp activated, it just sucked everything in, and the yarn just went poof. So it went from like a worsted to like a super bulky. It's crazy. You might want to try sampling like just a few yards, do a chain ply or a ply back sample and wash that before you go for your full spin. Because when that crimp activates, I'm telling you, spring. It's definitely spin thinner than you want it to be. I learned that lesson the hard way. Don't get me wrong, I still love the bulky yarn. Totally not what I was going for. So I have learned if you're working with something that's springy, you'll want to make sure you do a test sample or be prepared for unexpected results. Yes, definitely spin thin, very thin, because it is going to poof. Like it's crazy. Like it just like literally your skein could be like this. And when you wash it, it'll come down to like this size. Like depending on the particular sheep and the crimp and everything else, you're definitely losing at least a third, if not more. It's crazy. It's so fun though. It's amazingly fun. And you will end up with like a yarn with spring forever, like memory, like crazy. You know, you wear it for a week, it stretches out, you wet it, and it's just right back to what it was. It's amazing. And it's fun. The rubber band yarn, that's exactly what it's like. It is like a rubber band because, like, you can stretch it out and let it go, and it's just like boom. Yeah, Joy, let us know how it goes. I want to know because it's so much fun. All right, no, seriously though, I'm gonna go because we've been like chatting for an hour now already. Holy time flies when you're doing a live. It's just like woohoo! But really, I have to go. So I promise videos are coming. I'm hoping to do this because I'm really like eager to do this. So I may do it if I'm up at 2 o'clock in the morning and can't sleep. I might do a die breaking video just for fun. But this is my first goal. And then my second one is to spin with these beads because I think they're going to make a fun yarn. And tatting. Got to do some tatting. All right. So everybody have a good evening, day, night, evening, afternoon, middle of the night. That's the great thing about YouTube is you can watch it whenever. So enjoy your time, guys. And I shall chat with you all later. See you next time. Bye, guys.